Hello my dear students of class 11th. Today I'll be starting a new chapter, The Summer of a Beautiful White Horse, and that belongs from Snapshot chapter 1. If you have not seen my ignition video, please do see that first and then see this video. Before to it, I have also taught the portrait of a lady, and that description is already, the link is already given in this I button. You can click to it and get the link. And also before that, you must see my ignition class video. Now, starting to this chapter, The Summer of a Beautiful White Horse, as it suggests that there must be something related to this beautiful white horse. Yes, there is a story behind that. Some of the major characters that comes in this chapter are Aram, who is a 9-year-old boy, his cousin Murad, who stole a white horse, and Uncle Khusro, who was a tempered and an impatient person. He always used to say it's no harm, pay no attention to it. Even if his house is also on fire, he will say that pay no attention to it, pay no harm to it. And also the last character is Joy and Byro, who have lost his beautiful white horse last month. Means 1 month prior, he has just lost his white horse. Now in this chapter, once this chapter starts in a early morning time, when Murad comes riding a white horse, and he just knocks the window of Aram, who is sleeping, because it's morning time, it's dawn time, it's not that much sunlight is not there, so he was just sleeping. Aram is sleeping and Murad just sitting on a white horse. He knocks to his door, knock to his window and ask him to jump off and sit in the horse and let's go for a ride. Now once this Aram wakes up, he opens the window, he sees that Murad is riding a white horse. He gets very much amazed, because the reason is they belong to Gargorian family. Gargorian family is a tribe which were famous for their honesty, but also they were very poor. Because they were very poor, they could only earn to hand to mouth, they could only earn a very few amount in which they could survive. But they were very good in their honesty and they were very famous for it. Now because they were very poor, that's why this Aram was thinking ki being a poor, how Murad have bought a white horse, or he may not have bought it, he may have stolen it. That's what the things come in his mind. But he finds that yes, the horse is very beautiful, and because at that time these horses were a symbol of elegance, so he just goes out and he just rode that horse with his cousin Murad. Murad is known for his freakness, he is known for his maverickness, as well as he is a bit crazy type of a person. And while he is riding with Aram, Aram is asking, from where have you bought this horse? Definitely you must have not bought it, you must have stolen it. But Murad never utters even a single word. And they go for a ride, and while this horse was a very beautiful, was very strong white color horse, Murad at the time of riding this horse, he starts singing, he becomes moreover crazy, and this Aram comes to recall one of his uncle, whose name was Uncle Khusro, who was equally crazy to this Murad. Now while they are riding, Aram is going on asking question, but Murad is not even replying any of the questions. So he also stops asking question, and Aram also starts enjoying that ride. He rides, they go in a vineyard, they go across many of the ditches, and at that time later, Murad asks Aram to get off the horse so that he can ride, Murad can ride the horse alone. So in the same way, Aram also requests him ki okay, I will do that, but on a single promise that once you have ridden the horse, I will also ride it. So that was a promise made by both of them, and Aram just gets off the horse and Murad starts riding the horse alone. He just rushes, he just crosses many of the ditches, many of the paths, many of the vineyards, and he just returns back in a flash. And after that, it was the turn of Aram. Now Aram also rides that horse. He goes alone, but the thing was, because he is new to the horse, he never know how to ride a horse, and later after going a small distance, he just falls off the horse, as horse just gallops him up and he just rushes away. He just leaves Aram on the ground and the horse rush away. And these both boys, Murad as well as Aram, they both go to search the house, search the horse, and later they catch the horse and bring it back. And because it's a stolen one, it's a stolen horse, so this Murad just hides him in a barn in a yard where he is given some of the food. And then this Aram comes to know yes, he have stolen it from somewhere. And he also asks from how much time you have stolen it, means how many days back you have stolen it. But Murad never replies to him. He never tells how much days he have stolen him, how much days he have kept. No, but later Aram also thinks it's a good pleasure for us that we are riding this horse, and definitely we can enjoy it. And after that, it was a routine. They daily in the morning time they used to go and they used to catch. Daily routine of these both brothers, they used to go for a ride at the morning time. And one afternoon when Aram was in his home, his two uncles came, and they were Uncle Khusro and John Byro. They both were talking amongst themselves. John Byro was telling Uncle Khusro that from last month his one of the very beautiful white horse is stolen, and he is not able to find that where this horse have gone. And these all things were discussed, these all things were told to Uncle Khusro. Uncle Khusro, being a tempered and an impatient person, again he said that old fashioned dialogue that it's no harm, pay no attention to it. Now Uncle Khusro also thinks that his horse is lost. How can he not pay any attention to it? So it was the thing. Now these all conversation was heard by Aram, and Aram, because he have heard these all conversation, now he thinks that now he realized yes, that horse which they have stolen, that is of John Byro, and that's why John Byro is searching his horse. Now next day morning, when again Murad comes with this stolen white horse, Aram asks him, whose is this horse? And now he tells that yesterday John Byro came to my house and he was discussing with Uncle Khusro that his horse, white color horse, is stolen. Now Aram is himself telling to Murad that don't return this horse and let us keep this horse for at least 2 weeks so that I can also learn horse riding, because earlier whenever Aram used to ride the horse used to throw him and the horse used to run away. So that's what he is thinking. That's what Aram is also thinking, that he must keep this horse till the time when he is totally not done with his learning in the horse riding. Now Murad is also saying yes, definitely he will not return the horse up till 6 months. Until 6 months he will not return the horse, and they will have the pleasure of riding that horse and learning horse riding. So these all things were discussed. Now one day, while again it was the morning time, they rode the horse, they went in the vineyards, they went in the various paths, they went in the farms. So these all type of riding were again taken place, and while it was morning time, while it was sunlight, now they were returning back so that they must hide this horse again. So while returning, unfortunately they found John Byro on the way, and John Byro also came in front of them, and he just started examining his horse which they both were riding. And now when John Byro examined the horse, he just found that it was very identical to the horse which he have lost. So he was 100% confirmed that it was the same horse which was stolen from his vineyard. Now the thing is but seeing Aram and Murad that they belong to a Gargorian family, and Gargorian family is totally famous for honesty, so seeing them, he changed his mind and he just thought that yes, definitely that horse is identical, but it can be a twin of the horse which was stolen. And he never thinks that they must have stolen, and John Byro thinks that yes, this horse may be the twin brother of my horse which was being stolen, but this can't be the same horse, because Aram and Murad are having this horse and they are Gargorian. So that is what the honesty speaks about Aram and Murad. And seeing this, John Byro goes away and Murad and Aram goes by their way. And later this was being deeply thought by Murad and Aram that they have done a very wrong thing and they must now return the horse because because John Byro is very much upset because his very beautiful and a costly horse was being stolen. So that is what the thinking was, and next day morning they Aram and Murad did the same thing. They returned the horse. They took the horse to John Byro's yard and they just tied that horse in front of John Byro's house and they just returned back. And in the morning when John Byro saw the horse back, he was very happy, and in that happiness he just comes to Aram's house and he starts speaking. He starts telling his mother as well as his uncle that this was the horse which was lost and now this horse is back. That horse is moreover stronger than before. It is moreover means powerful. It is moreover looking fit, muscular. So this type of thing was being told to Uncle Khusro as well as Aram's mother, and that made John Byro very happy because the horse was back. And now seeing this, Aram also was very pleased that yes, John Byro have got his horse back. And now again that same thing, Uncle Khusro, he said that old fashioned again dialogue, it's no harm, pay no attention to it. So it was a very happy ending in which Aram also was able to learn horse riding. Murad also got this horse for some time. Uncle Khusro spoke the same, uttered the same word, and John Byro got his horse back. So this was the short summary of this chapter, The Summer of a Beautiful White Horse. And in this chapter, there are few questions that I must request all my students to do it. So yes, this is the first question in this chapter. You will probably agree that this story does not have breathless adventure and exciting action. Then what in your opinion makes it interesting? You have to tell that what is the thing that keeps you attracted towards this chapter, what all things made you to get excited as well as it made you to just be close to this chapter. So you have to tell this answer. Question number second, did the boys return the horse because they were conscience stricken or because they were afraid? Now you have to tell that amongst these two options, what was the best answer you could give? That conscience stricken they were because they were from Gargarian family, that's why they just returned this horse, or they were afraid that they will be caught one day, that's what they returned this horse. Question number third, one day back there in the good old days when I was 9 and the world was full of ever imaginable kind of magnificent and life was still a delightful and mysterious dream. The story begins in a mood of nostalgia. Can you narrate some incidents from your childhood that might make an interesting story? That now, in this chapter, you have studied about Aram and Murad, that how their story went, how they stole this horse, what adventures they did, and how they returned it back. Now, same is the thing, you have to narrate your incidents of your childhood. That was there any interesting story that you also did according to this chapter that links this chapter with you? Now you have to reply that. And the question number fourth, the story revolves around the character who belongs to a tribe in Armenia. Murad and Aram are members of the Gargorian family, now located Armenia and Assyria on the Atlas, and prepare a write-up on Gargorian tribe. Now you have to prepare a write-up on Gargorian tribe. You have to write a paragraph on Gargorian tribe, which is now in a different nation now. You may write about people, their names. You have to also give an example of some of the peoples who were very famous, their names, traits, geographical and economical features, their geographical, how they are living, what in which area they are living, and their economical features, what they are doing, how they are earning, as well as you have to also tell more details about these type of tribes feature as suggested in the story that you have studied in this story, that properly links up with this chapter. So you have to do this also.
So in these 4 questions you have to also do the summary of this question. First you have to put the chapter name, then you have to write the narrator name. Its narrator name is equally very important as per the chapter. You have to also memorize the narrator name, and after memorizing the narrator, after writing chapter name, narrator name, you have to write its summary, a short summary of at least 100 words. You have to write whatever you have studied after reading the online book as well as after listening my video, what all things you have understood, that you have to write in a short summary form at least of 100 words. And after that you have to also write these question answers, these 4 question answers which were given. Question number 1 2 3 4 questions you have to do in your copy itself. And after doing its question answer, you have to also find some of the 5 difficult words from this chapter, as well as you have to write its meaning too, with a sentence, proper sentence with that word, in which a meaning can clearly shows in the sentence that yes, this word means this. So word, meaning as well as sentence, you have to also frame it up. Now these all things you have to do in your copy. You have to maintain a good copy and you have to do these all things, and also do see what all things are not understood to you. Please do reply in my YouTube comment, so that I can reply to it if there is any problem. And also see the description, see the ignition class if there is any problem.
But before that, see the description. The link of this book is given in my description box. You can just click onto it and you can get the snapshot book over there on that website, and you can just read this chapter. If there is any problem in that question answer or in understanding or in any of the summary or in any part of the chapter, you can please do comment on my YouTube, and I'll definitely reply to it. And utilize your time at your home in your studies. If there is any problem, you can contact any of the teachers. We are always there to help you out. And please do study this chapter and tell me how you liked it. So stay safe, stay at your home. All the best.